So I thought tonight I'd just talk a little bit about the Comm Center and how that ties. I mean, you guys already know this, but it's something for the books. For somebody else is going to watch this video another time, and I'll take questions. But I just wanted to talk for just a sec about the Comm Center and how that ties into the Gemini issue tracking system. You probably know, because you've seen this. I'm going to go ahead and bring Gemini up here. And don't laugh, because there's a lot of stuff in there, especially the one on the part on ACP. But let's see if I can get this right now. All right, there we go. And if I switch to Gemini, will it switch? Yes. Excellent. All right. And I think I made this a little short. And this is all kind of live, and it's not all pre-tuned. So what happens is, a lot of times a problem will come up here, and then you'll see me, and I suppose I should find one that actually has a link in it. Here's probably one. Let's see. I'm sorry. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so here's a ticket that is asking for Simbad to be able to for ACP to be able to use Simbad as an alternate to the Saguaro Astronomy Club built-in catalog and the IC catalog. It's a good idea. So when I get those kinds of things, I will put a ticket in here. And here's the thing I wanted to say. About 3 months ago, I had to I moved the Gemini over to a new service, and I had to change the URL name. So occasionally you'll find one, and I've already fixed this link, as you can see. I was just lucky I found this. But if you find a link like that, let me know, and I will go in and fix it right away, where it's a dead link to the old Gemini system. But anyway, the idea here is, here's the ticket for which resulted in an idea, and then in Gemini, here's the ticket, and with the idea, and you can see I have it set to medium priority, which means it might make it into the next release. I don't know how well you can see this. I'm hoping that it's big enough, that the scale is big enough on your screen that you can see this. But, and this is the key, I always backlink these things back to the Comm Center. So the idea here is that they're cross-linked to each other, and I can bounce back and forth. So when I see something in Gemini that needs that I'm going to do, I can always go back to the Comm Center ticket for that and see the entire discussion that led up to the feature. And so that was really kind of what I wanted to mention today. I want to keep this thing short, because then I want to hold you A and B. I think people aren't going to watch 20 or 30-minute videos. So that would be my my sort of top mini topic for the day today. And so now I will, Paul is asking if Gemini is a commercial product. Yes, the Gemini, this thing here, and I'll try to get to the main, I have to log in just a sec. Let me do that so that you can see. For some reason, the new one that I'm set up on my external server doesn't remember my login for some reason. Okay, so once I log in and it knows who I am up here, now I have some more options that I can edit and make changes. But yes, it is a commercial product. It's made by Countersoft. So if I go new tab, this is it here. And I've had this now for probably 10 years. Amazingly enough, these aren't, that's not all the people who work there. Those I think, are customers. Anyway, the guys who wrote Gemini are in the UK, and they're Sikhs. If you know what I'm talking about. It's an East Indian religion. They're Sikhs. And one day the president of the company showed up at my doorstep and he gave me this t-shirt and some other Gemini swag. I was just amazed. Well, he stopped to visit me, and it was a total surprise because I had made a link between Gemini and subversion, so that when you commit software to subversion, there's some scripts and things that run in there that actually populate back into Gemini. So let's see. Let's find one of the projects here that has had some action in it, like exclude closed items. We'll go ahead and search. So Gemini North bug tracker. No, not that I know of. All right, so we want to pick a closed one, which will probably have some source changes in it. Yeah, okay. So this is a small example of it, but so I can see that as a result of this, I changed the documentation. Here's some the actual files that were changed, and now I can go to subversion and go look and diff them, and so every single change I make to the system is documented, cross-linked, and available for me to, what the hell's going on with my phone? Anyway, if you're hearing that phone buzzing over there, I apologize. So yeah, Gemini's a commercial product, and it has been my lifeblood, basically. Yeah, you've got to get you've got to get it up to 1080. You know, it's possible. Yes, Colin, the subversion is the source control system, and what I'm using is a shell for Windows that allows me to. Let me bring that up here so you can kind of see that. So for ACP, here's this is really small, and I apologize, but it's built right in, so I can, like, for example, everything that's been done to ACP, I can, let me squeeze this down a little bit. This is all new for me too. I'm not used to putting this stuff on screen dynamically like this, but this is my idea to be able to respond to your guys' questions. So here is every change I've made to ACP, and going back, ad nauseum, and I can keep loading further and further and further back, but every one of them is right there, and I can tell what I changed and which files got changed for each change. So yes, that's the idea of Gemini. I'm sorry, of subversion, and I can revert back, and if I have to, if there's some problem and I need to build a version that doesn't exist anymore, I can do that. Fortunately, I've only had to do that a couple of times. That's a royal pain. But it's possible that my streaming bit rate is too high, and that may be the reason for you guys having problems. I will do some experiments. I'm basically using the sort of default recommended stream rate for 1080 high def, and I've kept it down to 30 frames per second instead of 60, which a lot of people are using with streaming is 60. If you look, you should see 1080, but not 1080 60 on your player. So that's, I see Dick is maybe able to see me now. So, Colin, can you see what's on the screen right now? I'm sorry to ask you guys to be okay, great. Jeff is saying at 720p, it's doing great. So that may be the secret. I'll see if I can slow down the bit rate and still get the text quality on the screen. That's kind of the secret. And if I can slow the bit rate down and still get the text quality at 1080, then that's what I'll do. And Paul, you're in Australia, so if it's looking good to you, I'm happy. That's excellent. All right. Well, then, and Colin's saying, well, you guys can see that too. I don't need to read it back to you. And somebody suggested, my one visitor last week suggested that I don't wear glasses. So today I have my contacts on and it's kind of hard to see, but you'll see why he didn't think that was a good idea. Look at my eyes. So live and learn, right? And I'm getting a green screen to go behind me, and I'll so that you don't have to look at my books and all that other stuff in the office here. And instead, I'll have a green screen, which I'll then chroma key in some skyscape or something, so it'll look better. Well, good. A lot of pores on my skin. This is great then. If you can see that's great. And Jeff is saying 1080 is really sharp too. So yeah, I may, like I said, have the bit rate set a bit high. If somebody has a question, I'd be happy to answer it. Otherwise, it's been just coming up on 15 minutes. And as I said, I wanted to keep these little things short-ish and also do them fairly frequently. I may end up with a weekly schedule. I won't be, I have to say a couple things. We're leaving Wednesday for New York. We will be in New York at the Northeast Astroimaging Conference, NEAIC, as exhibitors and also sponsors. We do sponsor that. And if you happen to be going, I know Dick is. God dang it, shut up. Hold on, I'm going to silence my phone. Another checklist item. Silence your phone. Just a sec. This is extremely annoying. Okay, there. And then throw it on the floor so the vibrator doesn't make the table buzz. All right. So if you're going to be there, stop by. We'll be, of course, at the exhibit, in the product area. But also, I tend to hang out in the bar there. It's kind of a nice one. The guy that is the bartender there has been there forever, and he's real friendly. And I don't know how he remembers all the people and what drinks they like. It's amazing. Okay, Dick. I don't know what to say about that. If that I'm I don't know what else to say. There's nothing I can do. I don't want to dial things down here. So it's just going to have to be. So anyway, stop by, say hi if you're going to be there. And Dick, I'm looking forward to seeing you. That'll be great. And publicly, I want to thank you all, as always, so much for the help you give people on the Comm Center. It's great. And Colin, you're another one that helps people quite often. And so thank you for that. Both of you guys, you really deserve my appreciation. I do appreciate it. All right. Well, it's been 15 minutes. And so I think if somebody has a question, I'll be happy to answer it. Otherwise, I think I'll wrap it up, and we'll see if we can do this every week. It won't be next week, but and also I'll take some input. What's it say? Yeah, you're right. So when this thing wraps up, it's going to save the image. It's going to save the video, and then it's going to have that test pattern and stuff for the first half hour. I just have to tell YouTube to chop all that stuff off. Once it closes the live stream and saves the video, then I go into the editor and cut that front end off, and then it'll just start like right at the beginning of the program. So just bear with YouTube it takes usually an hour or two for YouTube to edit that front end off of there, and then it'll be on the new channel. And so that's it. I really appreciate you guys showing up tonight. I really do. It is perfect. We had 4 visitors. That's 4 times the people I had last week. And for the next show or next program, I can't call it a show, it's a program. If you want to hop on the Comm Center and just offer some suggestions, or just say, like whoever it was the other night, don't wear glasses or whatever, please do. And I will take the inputs and try to make this better and better. It's a learning experience for me. And so, but I think I think it's going to be pretty useful. I'll get better on camera too, and a little bit less halting in my speech and so forth. So, all right. Well, thank you again, guys. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your help. And we will see you probably in 2 weeks. So, good night. Thank you again.